People like me don't get second chances. But if I did, I swear I'd do it right.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today our hindsight is 2020 as we look back on the most overlooked games of 2022. For this list, we'll be looking at games that were well received by critics and fans, but didn't get the attention they deserved upon release, or were lost amongst all the bigger AAA titles. What was your favorite game of 2022 no one played? Let us know down in the comments. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Hardspace Shipbreaker.
Each day he steps into the yard to earn his wages working hard.
What makes Hardspace Shipbreaker so appealing is the real-world concepts it uses set against the beautiful backdrop of empty space, breaking stuff, and paying off massive debts. Players are indebted to the Lynx Corporation, and in order to pay down their debt, they must salvage parts and scraps from abandoned space vessels. The better the haul, the better the payout. Shipbreakers can upgrade their equipment to salvage bigger and better materials and repeat ad nauseum. Shipbreaking can be a dangerous occupation, and should you accidentally die in service to Lynx, they'll helpfully resurrect you at an additional cost to you so that you can continue working to pay off your ever-increasing debt to them. Good luck!
Injury detected. This incident may be recorded for training and quality purposes.
Evil West.
That big shiny ball out there is no good for your sensitive skin.
The sun's not to know what they'll do to me.
Fun game. Let's test that theory.
Nowadays, every developer and publisher is so focused on being the next big thing and constantly talking up their new innovations that sometimes they forget gaming is also supposed to be about having fun. Harkening back to the old school PS2 days of simple but fun gameplay, Evil West gives players a handful of powerful weapons and points them at large groups of vampires and tells them to go nuts. Undeniably more linear than many other modern games, Evil West knows exactly what it wants to be and sets out to do it with gorgeous visuals alongside weighty and solid combat and some truly inventively disgusting creature designs. Evil West gives players the power fantasy most modern titles are missing.
I don't think I'm in a position to lie, do you?
Iron Lung.
Approaching maximum depth. The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong. Closing port hull shielding.
There are few things more terrifying in the universe than the unknown. In Iron Lung, players are placed in a submarine and dropped into a blood ocean on an uncharted planet with all the doors and windows welded shut to prevent the pressure from crushing your tiny capsule. With no way to know what's around you besides an old grainy camera, you set out into the red abyss in order to investigate points of interest and gather proof of valuable resources. Those with severe thalassophobia will find this experience especially unsettling, even despite the title's relatively short length. However, even with its brief playtime, Iron Lung's atmosphere and deeply unsettling sensation and anxiety that you aren't alone in the depths is one of the most tension-filled experiences of last year. Midnight Fight Express. Sifu might have taken up the majority of the beat-em-up spotlight this year, but there was another contender waiting in the wings just itching for their time in the ring. Midnight Fight Express is a John Wick-style action movie in the palm of your hands as you take on everyone who crosses your path using anything and everything that you can get your hands on. The combat is fast, fluid, and relentlessly satisfying as you pull off increasingly impressive moves against an unending wave of foes just clamoring to stop you in your tracks. Variety is the spice of life, and everything from the environments to the weapons and various skills and wardrobe options you can unlock are all distinct and pack a satisfying punch alongside some truly brutal finishers. Beacon Pines.
Chapter 1. Normal isn't what it used to be. This is a story about change.
Many games nowadays offer players endless options for player choice within the narrative, but Beacon Pines adopts more of the choose-your-own-adventure approach, allowing for branching paths but keeping their finger on the last page so players can go back and make different choices. The beautifully hand-drawn art style brings the storybook world of Beacon Pines to life and belie the darker nature of this idyllic world. The relatively short nature of the game also works in its favor, recreating the feeling of settling in with a good book on a rainy afternoon and finishing it in one sitting. The instantly endearing characters and twisting time-hopping narrative all culminate in one of the best endings of the year, and one that feels earned rather than a rug pull just for a last-minute twist.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for.
Jack Move. While many titles seek to emulate the old-school RPGs of yesteryear, few manage to do it as successfully as Jack Move. Set in a dystopian future run by megacorporations, a tried-and-true formula we know, Jack Move's varied and eccentric cast of characters keep you engaged in the world as you search for your missing father. Battles are turn-based, but unlike most other RPGs, there's no magic system to speak of. Instead, players use software as stand-ins for traditional magic attacks. Jack Move allows players to build their own loadouts and even swap software mid-battle, adding a strategic layer to the otherwise straightforward combat encounters. The script also manages to be both mature and moving, as well as charming without overstaying its welcome. Ollie Ollie World.
With the help of her crew, Mike, Suze, and a man that everyone just calls Dad, Chiffon is running tryouts for the next skate wizard. Could you be the one?
While the gaming world might never again see the likes of Tony Hawk shredding it up on our consoles, developers like Roll7 are helping keep the genre alive and kick-flipping with the Ollie Ollie series. Their latest, Ollie Ollie World, sets a new benchmark not only for the series, but also the genre with its near unlimited player customization and freedom of expression, set in a fantastical world of skateboarding gods, with your custom character right at the center looking to become the next deity of shred. The Adventure Time-esque art style is instantly eye-catching, and the game itself is approachable for both newcomers and veterans alike, featuring branching paths and a much more forgiving combo system. Neon White.
You will now be known as Neon White.
Many games are adopted by the speedrunning community, but few embrace it in the way Neon White does. Seemingly designed to be played as inhumanly fast as possible, levels will fly by within seconds as your muscle memory takes over and you sacrifice various cards for speed or jump boosts while trying to shave precious seconds off your best time. Set against the backdrop of a group of sinners all competing for a space in heaven by ridding the Cloud City of its demon infestation, the anime-inspired visuals, surprisingly philosophical story, and endearingly wonderful characters come together in a way that seems absurd but works remarkably well. With its focus on speed and engaging narrative full of twists and turns, Neon White is by far one of the most rewarding experiences of 2022 and shouldn't be missed.
Alright, let's check your standings. Huh. For such an obnoxious little turd, your rank is surprisingly high.
Inscryption. We're cheating a bit with this one, as Inscryption technically released in 2021 on PC, but with the recent release on consoles, we decided to bend the rules to call attention once again to one of the best deck-building games in years. Using roguelike elements, players are forced to play against various nefarious scribes who refuse to let them leave until the game is done. In between card battles, the player can explore the cabin and uncover its many mysteries and plan their escape, sometimes even breaking the fourth wall to do so. The game's themes of sacrifice to progress, coupled with its oppressive atmosphere, make it one of the most aesthetically interesting titles. And honestly, any more we say about it just ruins the game's many surprises it has in store for players exploring the woods. Signalis. From one mystery to another, Signalis takes the formula laid out by the original Resident Evil and Silent Hill titles and puts an art house filter over it, creating something wholly unique in the genre. Set aboard an abandoned ship, the player must unravel the mystery of what happened to the ship, why they're trapped there, and more importantly, what happened to the rest of the crew. The game switches between third-person exploration and first-person interactions and puzzles, but never loses that overall sense of dread and oppressive atmosphere, made all the more immersive with its clever camera angles. The game's intentionally retro visuals also manage to constantly keep the player in a state of unease, wary of every darkened corner or shift in perspective, and uncover the clues that will unlock their missing memories. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips for MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.